Hello guys, and welcome to all those training to become Super Saiyans, and welcome to Revolution. So on this video I'm going to be doing a what if situation. I've never really done this kind of thing before, so this is my first go, why not? Anyhow, that situation is, what if Zamasu had took over Gohan's body rather than Goku's? Now, I'm not trying to say that Goku Black was a bad character by any means. In fact, he was one of the best villains in all of Dragon Ball history, if you ask my opinion. But I want to deliberate over something else and another possibility that could have led to different circumstances and possibly been even more intense and even better. First of all though, I'm just going to start by giving props to a very talented artist on DeviantArt who has allowed me to use these images on my video. His name is Everlasting Darkness 5. I will leave a link in the description, so make sure you go and check him out because his art is absolutely fantastic. So just a little recap. In the Future Trunks saga, Zamasu saga, basically when Goku Black comes back to the present and fights Goku, this starts off a catalyst of events, which means Goku, Beerus and Whis go to Universe 10 to visit Gohasu's version of the Supreme World of the Kais, in which he has an assistant called Zamasu. Now, Whis and Beerus have felt this Zamasu's energy before, and they recognised it on Goku Black, which is what prompted them to go and visit this Zamasu. Anyhow, Goku fights Zamasu and humiliates Zamasu. Now, Zamasu is very proud to be a god. He looks down upon mortals, and having a mortal in Goku defeat Zamasu, as well as hearing the fact that this mortal competed with the god of destruction Beerus, really disgusted Zamasu. So, in turn, he went out to find more about Goku, which included going to Zuno, the omniscient being that we saw before the God of Destruction tournament. Now, Zuno gives up unwillingly information on Goku after Zamasu threatens him with the Keyblade. And obviously in this moment is basically the moment I want to pull out and dissect, and maybe Zamasu could have done a bit more research on Goku, because if he had, he would have found out about Goku's sons. If he'd just done a bit of historical research on Goku, he would have known more about Gohan. Now, everybody and their mum knows that Gohan has the most potential out of all the Saiyans. This potentially isn't including Goten and Trunks because we don't know how much potential they have as of yet, but it has been said many times throughout the series that Gohan has the most latent ability out of the Saiyans. Vegeta confirms this just before the God of Destruction tournament when he wants to acquire him for the Universe 7 team, but Goku says that he's now a man of his studies rather than a warrior. And I'm sure you all remember when Goku and Gohan are fighting in episode 90, the wry smile Vegeta gives when Gohan powers up into his ultimate form. Now, just from a writer's perspective, it would have given Akira Toriyama and the writers at Toei a lot more to go on if they had Gohan torturing Future Trunks and his world in the future. Now, it is important to note that when Zamasu set out to obviously kill all the mortals in the Zero Mortal plan, there is no guarantee he even knew who Future Trunks was. He most likely just came across him when he got to Earth, and obviously Trunks opposed him being who he is. But anybody who watched Dragon Ball Z, specifically the Android and Cell games, would know that Future Gohan was Trunks' mentor, and Future Trunks has a lot of admiration for Future Gohan and misses him dearly, and he also has a lot of admiration for current Gohan. In fact, the last time Future Trunks saw Gohan before this latest saga, Gohan had just defeated Cell. In fact, that even gave Future Trunks the impetus to continually improve and ultimately unlock the Super Saiyan 2 form himself. Like I said, the writers would have much more to go on, having to have Trunks witness his former mentor, with the likeness of Gohan, destroy his planet, kill his mother, and even at the time kill Mai. Obviously now we know that Mai wasn't actually dead, but he would have returned to the present timeline and basically had to tell the Z Warriors of that timeline that Gohan was killing everybody, despite Gohan in that world being dead. Now, this is potentially harsh on Future Trunks because Future Trunks has probably got the darkest storyline and backdrop out of all the characters in Z. So to add this tumultuous event on top of his already tumultuous life is extremely harsh. Trunks' relationship with Gohan is simply deeper than his relationship with Goku. There is much more history between the two there, despite the fact that present Gohan and future Gohan are different people. But in terms of character investment, it is a more deeper and intriguing storyline having to see Trunks deal with Gohan over Goku. There will be more emotional intensity there having to watch Trunks try to kill Gohan Black. Now, it would have fueled the Super Saiyan Rage form even further, having to witness somebody with Gohan's body, somebody Trunks really respects, admires, and somebody that's so humble and good-natured as Gohan, witnessing Zamasu basically defile Gohan's memory by basically having the body perform evil acts. Now, obviously, this doesn't just have implications for Trunks, it has implications for Goku as well, because Goku will be trying to kill his own son. Sure, it's not actually Gohan, it's just Zamasu in Gohan's body, but still having to kill someone with the likeness of Gohan would be incredibly difficult. I just believe it could have weaved more intricate and sensitive storylines, blooming even greater character development for our heroes. So sure, it would have been an interesting story, Revolution, but how would it be a better Zero Mortals plan? Well, as mentioned earlier in this video, as well as character statements many times throughout Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super, Gohan has the highest latent ability. Now, in Dragon Ball Super, Gohan has often been portrayed to be a weakling. Now, obviously not a weakling in relative sense, but compared to some of the enemies they are fighting at the moment. None more so than when Frieza returned in the Resurrection of F Saga and literally decimated Gohan in his first form. Now, since then, Gohan has refound his ultimate form, the very form that made him the strongest singular being at the end of Dragon Ball Z. That includes Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Majin Vegeta, and even Kid Buu. Obviously not including the fused characters like Vegito, Bootenks and Gohan. So since the inception of Dragon Ball Super, if there was a power charts league, Gohan has descended quite rapidly. But as we saw in episode 90, Ultimate Gohan at least put a bit of a fight up against Super Saiyan Blue Goku. Now, that ultimate form is a point of importance when taking over Gohan's body. Basically, it brings out all the user's latent ability out at once, without them having to transform. However, when Goku was fighting Gohan in episode 90, Goku asks Gohan, why don't you transform into a Super Saiyan? This was after Gohan transformed into his ultimate state, which implies you can transform further on top of the ultimate forms, which is a bit surprising considering when fighting Piccolo in episode 88, Gohan went from Super Saiyan 1 to 2 to ultimate in that order. And there's no denying that Goku knows what this ultimate form is. He was there when the Elder Kai performed the ritual. He saw the events of Gohan in his ultimate form against Super Buu. He knows what this ultimate form is, and yet he still suggested turning Super Saiyan. Gohan just wants to try a different method. But the fact that you can still stack Super Saiyan on top suggests that this ultimate form, despite being more powerful than Super Saiyan forms, is pretty much a base form of sorts. Now, this is the important bit. That ultimate form is stronger than Goku in his base. And on top of that, we still don't know the extent of how much power this ultimate form can release. As a form, it has untapped potential. So, if Zamasu was to take over Gohan's body, he would already have a very powerful form at hand. Now, obviously, Gohan refound this ultimate form after the events of the Zamasu saga. But the reasoning behind Gohan refinding these forms is basically just training and finding that warrior mentality. Zamasu already has that in abundance. It was more a mentality and training aspect rather than incapability. Now what you're probably thinking is, well, Goku's Super Saiyan Blue form and especially Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken are much more powerful than this ultimate form. And you may be right in that regards, but Zamasu is a god himself. Zamasu knows how to utilize God Ki even if the body of Gohan doesn't. Zamasu in Gohan's body as Gohan Black would learn how to wield the God Ki in Gohan's body, and then he would still have the ability of the body to transform into a Super Saiyan, resulting in Super Saiyan Rose Gohan Black. The amalgamation of Gohan's ultimate form, the use of God Ki and the ability to transform into a Super Saiyan resulting in Rose would be something spectacular. Zamasu would possess a younger body with even more latent potential than Goku and Vegeta. Goku Black was obsessed with breaking his own limits and increasing his strength further. Well, that would be amplified by using Gohan's body. Now, I think the greatest benefit of having Gohan Black would have been having Gohan as a character relevant in Dragon Ball Super throughout. Obviously, Goku and Vegeta were always going to be relevant as they were the protagonists taking on the antagonist Goku Black, but if the antagonist was Gohan Black, it would help justify the reason Gohan, despite actually having very good reasons to be inactive as a warrior, inactive and irrelevant throughout Dragon Ball Super, right up until this Tournament of Power. Now obviously the Goku body that Zamasu stole was actually in another timeline created by the fact that Beerus Hakai'd the present Zamasu. But even though that other timeline was a bit ahead of the present timeline, Gohan in that timeline should still technically be the same Gohan as in the present timeline. Anyway, I just think it's a really interesting concept to have Gohan Black, but it's not me saying I'm not happy with Goku Black. Goku Black was an amazing villain. In fact, how good he was as a villain is probably the highlight of that whole entire arc. But like I said, it's a what-if situation, and it definitely has some interesting implications for the likes of Trunks and Goku. And Zamasu being a Shinjin who was promoted to Assistant Supreme Kai for his martial arts prowess, so basically he's a martial arts genius. If he was able to bring out all of Gohan's latent ability, then he would be a force to be reckoned with. In fact, I'd even go as far as saying stronger than Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta, thus making Gohan Black stronger than his enemies and more able to vanquish his foes, effectively creating a more effective Zero Mortals plan. Anyway guys, let me know what you think. Do you think Gohan Black would have been a good idea, or do you not? It's fine if you don't think so. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section. Make sure you smash that like button with a big bang attack. Every one of those likes helps my videos get seen, so if you like my videos guys, smash, smash, smash. And remember one very important final message. If you stay calm in any given situation, you will never, ever become a Super Saiyan. Make sure you click that subscribe button to make sure you get all my latest content straight to your account as soon as it's released. And here are some more videos from my library, which I'm sure you will all enjoy.